Where your money at? Where your house at? Who are you?
The broke allegations started a few days ago when a jail phone call leaked of Blueface saying that he only allowed Chrisean to crash at his house because she was broke and homeless.
To get your own space, you were more than free to do that. I thought I was doing you a solid. You know, you were homeless.
The internet wasn't ready for the chaotic circus that exploded. The moment rumors spread that Chrisean Rock might officially be broke and not. Celebrity broke like when rappers pretend to struggle while driving a Lamborghini, but the type of broke that makes aunties whisper at cookouts. And just when fans thought the situation couldn't get more chaotic, the Zeus CEO casually dropped what he claimed were actual million-dollar debt receipts, turning the entire timeline into a flaming amusement park of memes, disbelief, and digital meltdown. It felt like watching a financial horror movie where the jump scare wasn't a ghost, it was Chrisean's alleged balance sheet. Everyone online started acting like FBI accountants, zooming into screenshots as if they were uncovering national secrets. The shockwaves hit harder than a Kardashian divorce announcement. And trust me, that's saying something. Suddenly, the internet wasn't debating music, relationships, or the usual celebrity chaos. They were analyzing financial trauma like they were experts from Shark Tank. And just when the uproar reached maximum volume, Chrisean dropped the plot twist of the year, a GoFundMe for Junior, sending the entire world into a collective wait moment that split fans between donors, doubters, and dramatic detectives thirsty for answers. From the moment the Zeus CEO casually hinted that Chrisean Rock's finances weren't just shaky but allegedly hanging on by a frayed thread, the entire internet turned into a courtroom gallery waiting for evidence. It was like watching a blockbuster scandal trailer drop in real time, except instead of superheroes or villains, the star of the show was a spreadsheet that supposedly contained more red flags than a toxic relationship recap on TikTok. People didn't even stop to breathe before screenshots started circulating, each one painted as proof that Chrisean was swimming in a million-dollar ocean of overdue chaos. And the funniest part, nobody knew if the receipts were real, fake, dramatized, or just Zeus being Zeus, yet everyone acted like they had been appointed head auditor of celebrity finances overnight. As more alleged details spilled onto timelines, fans scrambled like they were searching for hidden clues in a conspiracy documentary. Some zoomed into the numbers with the dedication of crime scene investigators, convinced they were moments away from cracking the case of how did Chrisean owe anyone $1 million. Others immediately declared it a stunt for ratings, arguing that Zeus wouldn't let a good scandal walk by without slapping a spotlight on it. It became a battle between the believers, the deniers, and the I-on single quotes T-care dash, but dash I single quotes M dash still dash watching crowd who live for drama like this the way kids live for cartoons. Through all the noise, one thing became clear: if the Zeus CEO wanted attention, he definitely earned it. Each new allegation hit social media like fireworks detonating across the night sky, each one louder than the last. People were quoting numbers they couldn't pronounce, referencing contracts they'd never read, and speaking on tax laws like they were preparing to teach them at Harvard. Meanwhile, Chrisean's name trended so hard that even people who didn't follow hip-hop gossip found themselves asking, why is this girl suddenly being discussed like she owes money to the entire US government? Just when the debate began to settle into a boiling simmer, someone reposted what they claimed was a screenshot of Chrisean reacting to the million-dollar allegations. Whether it was real, edited, or thrown together by a bored internet troll was anyone's guess. But it didn't matter. The drama-loving side of social media embraced it like fresh gossip at a family reunion. Now every influencer, TikTok commentator, and YouTube analyst jumped into the mess, each offering different theories on how deep the debt went, who leaked it, and why Chrisean looked unbothered in every photo circulating alongside the rumors. The irony was delicious. The girl accused of being financially ruined had the calmest facial expressions of anyone involved. Then the plot thickened when the Zeus CEO allegedly broke his silence and dropped what he described as receipts. That single word, receipts, was enough to send the internet spiraling, as if he had just announced the release of a lost Beyoncé album. The screenshots showed numbers, dates, invoices, and a jaw-dropping line item that fans swore added up to 7 figures. Within minutes, people began dissecting the images with microscopic precision, zooming so aggressively you'd think they were trying to examine the molecules in the pixels. Whether the documents actually proved anything was debatable, but the reaction they triggered was undeniable. The situation had morphed from celebrity rumor into a full-blown digital thriller. As the frenzy intensified, fans couldn't help but revisit Chrisean's chaotic history with Zeus, the network that practically built a reality TV empire off the shock value of her relationship dramas. It wasn't long before people pulled out old clips, behind-the-scenes stories, and scattered interviews to build their own narratives about how such an astronomical debt could even exist. Some fans believed Zeus was punishing her, while others insisted the debt was the price of fame gone wild. The theories grew so bizarre that one person claimed Chrisean owed money for breaking too many cameras, while another swore Zeus charged her for damaging emotional stability the internet was inventing. Invoices faster than Zeus could deny them, of course. In typical social media fashion, people didn't just react, they dramatized everything to levels that would make a telenovela jealous. Meme pages had a field day, turning Chrisean's alleged debt into punchlines that spread faster than celebrity cheating rumors. Twitter comedians joked that Chrisean owed so much money she'd have to start paying in future vibes and emotional damages. Someone even photoshopped her name onto a Monopoly card reading, "Do not pass go. You owe Zeus $1 million." If there was one thing the internet excelled at, it was turning real or rumored disasters into high-quality entertainment within minutes. But amid all the mockery and spectacle, there were real questions stirring beneath the chaos. People genuinely wanted to know whether Chrisean had been blindsided by the allegations, or if she had been aware of the numbers lurking beneath the surface for years. Some argued she was a victim of predatory contracts, while others labeled her a bad decision factory. Depending on who you asked, she was either a misunderstood star caught in Zeus's storm or the chaotic architect of her own financial downfall. The conversation was split right down the middle, each side ready to argue like they were debating the fate of humanity. It didn't help that Chrisean's public image had always been a blend of bold confidence, unapologetic wildness, and jaw-dropping unpredictability. Fans couldn't figure out whether she'd clap back at Zeus, laugh off the allegations, or drop a new tattoo commemorating the drama. In every past scandal, she had reacted differently, sometimes with tears, sometimes with jokes, sometimes with explosive rants that made headlines for days. So when the $1 million discourse exploded, people waited with popcorn in hand, expecting a reaction that would break the internet all over again. Then came the moment that turned the chaos into complete frenzy. Rumors surfaced that Chrisean had started a GoFundMe for Junior. That phrase alone created enough confusion to crash several group chats. People couldn't understand whether the fundraiser was connected to the alleged debt, a separate issue, a heartfelt attempt to support her child, or, according to conspiracy lovers, a bold move to redirect public sympathy. All anyone knew was that a GoFundMe was involved, and that was enough to send the internet into another meltdown spiral. Suddenly, headlines, comments, and posts flooded the digital streets, each one questioning how someone with alleged $1 million debt could simultaneously start crowdfunding. Some assumed the fundraiser was genuine support for Junior, while others accused Chrisean of using emotional appeal to distract from financial drama. The internet's favorite sport, jumping to conclusions, was fully underway, and Chrisean's name was now being treated like a trending search term attached to every digital scandal imaginable. If this were a reality show episode, viewers would have demanded a 2-hour season finale. As people dug deeper, screenshots supposedly showing the fundraiser popped up everywhere. Every image came with a caption like, "Is this real?" or "What is going on?" The confusion fueled the spectacle even further, and soon everyone from gossip bloggers to casual observers added their opinions to the frenzy. Someone even joked that at this point, Zeus should launch a pay-per-view documentary titled Debt, Drama, and Donations, the Chrisean Rock saga. And honestly, based on how fast this scandal escalated, millions would probably watch it. Through all the digital shouting, one truth stood out. The scandal had evolved into something much larger than a simple financial rumor. It wasn't just about money anymore. It was about image, credibility, influence, and the way social media magnifies every celebrity controversy into a world-ending event. For Chrisean, this moment wasn't just another headline, it was a defining chapter in a public narrative that refused to slow down. And the craziest part, the story was only getting started, and fans were desperately refreshing their feeds for the next twist. That as the GoFundMe confusion spread like wildfire, the internet didn't just react, they detonated. Everyone had an opinion, even people who didn't know who Chrisean or Junior were until the scandal fell into their laps like a bomb wrapped in glitter. Commentators emerged from every corner of the digital universe with theories so wild they could have been pulled from sci-fi scripts. Some insisted Chrisean was the first celebrity to crowdsource her way out of emotional chaos, while others compared the situation to those dramatic telethons from the early 2000s where celebrities cried on stage for charity. Except this time, it wasn't charity, it was Chrisean trying to convince the world she needed help, and the world responding like they were watching an overly dramatic season finale. Celebrity reactions poured in faster than anyone expected, each one more dramatic than the last. Influencers with ring lights brighter than their future recorded 13-minute breakdowns analyzing the psychology of going from viral fame to viral debt. Rappers jumped in with cryptic messages, half-shaded subtweets, and suspicious emojis that kept fans guessing. Even reality stars who hadn't been relevant since Vine's shutdown suddenly resurfaced to give their expert opinion on Chrisean's crisis, as if they had degrees in celebrity bankruptcy. Every reaction added more fuel to the spectacle, and the story ballooned like a drama-filled lava bubble ready to burst. Meanwhile, meme pages were producing content so fast it looked like they had an entire newsroom dedicated solely to clowning Chrisean. One page posted a picture of Junior holding a piggy bank with the caption, "Mama said we hustling early." Another showed Zeus as Thanos snapping his fingers with the words, "Debt? Inevitable." The creativity was unhinged. People joked that Chrisean might launch a reality series called Debt Dynasty or release a rap track titled Broke But Blessed. And honestly, the jokes were so ruthless that even people who supported Chrisean had to admit the internet had once again mastered the art of comedic cruelty. But memes were only the surface. The deeper conversation centered around whether Zeus had crossed a line by leaking financial business at all. Some argued it was exploitation designed for views, insisting the network thrived on chaos and needed Chrisean's scandals to keep their subscribers hooked. Others countered that Chrisean had been too wild on camera for too long, claiming this was simply karma knocking at her door in a designer tracksuit. Regardless of the stance, everyone agreed on one thing: Zeus had unleashed a Category 5 chaos storm. And Chrisean was right in the eye of it, with every passing hour. New leaks emerged, each one more dramatic than the last. Someone released what they claimed was a voice note of Zeus executives discussing the debt, though it sounded suspiciously like it was recorded inside a bathroom with echoes bouncing around like trapped spirits. Another account posted what looked like an invoice template downloaded from Google, but fans still treated it like it was the Declaration of Independence. The line between truth and fiction blurred so intensely that the scandal became a choose-your-own-adventure mystery, except every ending was messy. Then came the celebrity memes. Even big names started chiming in with indirect shade. One rapper posted a picture of a calculator with the caption, "I fear no man, but this thing scares me." Another posted a gif of someone running from bills with the tag "when Zeus calls." The reactions were so unserious yet so perfectly timed that fans couldn't decide whether to laugh or gasp. Chrisean's situation was shaping up to be the most chaotic financial scandal since the Fire Festival, and people were treating it like premium entertainment. As the scandal spiraled, fans began analyzing Chrisean's spending habits with the same intensity usually reserved for FBI agents tracking fugitives. People dug through old clips where she flexed jewelry, designer outfits, and lavish purchases. Suddenly, every necklace, bag, and wig became evidence in a financial trial nobody asked for. One user even compiled a 3-minute video titled "Where Did the Money Go?" breaking down her lifestyle costs like they were presenting to a boardroom full of investors. It was unhinged behavior, but also hilariously on brand for the internet. Every new reaction created fresh confusion, and confusion created more theories. Some fans believed Chrisean was strategically using the GoFundMe to expose Zeus, using public sympathy as a shield. Others claimed she launched it because the million-dollar debt had drained her finances dry. And then there were the conspiracy theorists who wandered completely off the map, suggesting Zeus planned to use the fundraiser as part of a reality show storyline. These theories were so imaginative they deserved awards, yet somehow fans debated them like gospel. Then came the viral clips, short videos of fans expressing disbelief, shock, or pure comedic reactions. One girl, in tears from laughter, said, "How you got Zeus debt and a baby GoFund in the same week? This is a crossover episode I did not sign up for." Another person pretended to be a debt collector calling Chrisean, only to flee in fear when she answered the imaginary phone. The creativity was relentless, overflowing like a busted hydrant of chaos that refused to stop flooding the timeline. And while fans were busy laughing, others genuinely panicked for JR's well-being. People wondered whether the GoFund meant Chrisean was struggling to provide. Comment sections filled with questions about healthcare, stability, and support systems. It created a strange emotional tension where people were clowning Chrisean but simultaneously expressing concern for the baby. It was the internet's favorite contradiction, roasting someone while worrying about them at the same time. Meanwhile, Zeus basked in the spotlight like they'd just premiered a record-breaking show. Every social media post they made got swarmed by comments dragging the CEO, demanding explanations, or demanding refunds for reasons unrelated to the drama. The network hadn't even addressed the scandal directly, yet their silence was louder than a megaphone. Fans speculated whether Zeus was preparing a carefully crafted PR response or simply enjoying the free publicity like a villain in a movie sipping wine while the city burns. The tension reached peak insanity when rumors spread that other networks were trying to poach Chrisean for exclusive interviews about the scandal. Fans claimed Love and hip-hop producers were drafting contracts before sunrise, while talk show hosts sharpened their cue cards. Whether any of it was true didn't matter. The narrative had outgrown reality. The internet had turned Chrisean's alleged financial crisis into a thrilling circus where every platform wanted a front row seat to the madness, but nothing compared to the moment of viral video surfaced showing Chrisean seemingly unfazed by everything. She appeared calm, laughing, even dancing in the background of a clip posted by a friend. That one video triggered thousands of comments from confused viewers wondering how she was so chill when the digital world was collapsing around her name. Some said she was hiding her stress behind a smile. Others claimed she was too chaotic to feel pressure at all. The clip became the perfect symbol of her unpredictable personality, a personality fans love, hate, and can't look away from. As the uproar reached its climax, it became clear that the scandal was no longer just about money. It transformed into a battleground of perceptions, Chrisean as reckless or resilient, Zeus as a villain or truth teller, and JR's GoFund is either a plea for help or a side plot bigger than anyone expected. The twists kept hitting like plot bombs in a streaming drama, each one louder and more absurd than the last. And just when fans thought they had seen everything, the story prepared to shift into an entirely new phase, one that would expose consequences no one was prepared for. As the scandal pushed into its next chaotic chapter, the internet's energy shifted from pure entertainment to a strange mix of fascination and disbelief. What began as shock slowly transformed into a forensic-level obsession where fans studied Chrisean's past decisions like historians analyzing ancient civilizations. People compiled timelines, revisited old interviews, and dug up receipts, yes, actual old receipts, to see if they could uncover where a million-dollar debt could have sprouted. The situation became so layered and complicated that even conspiracy theorists started complaining the plot was getting too deep. Yet the crowd kept watching, because no one wanted to miss the next twist in a story already overflowing with emotional whiplash. The arrival of financial experts on TikTok, most of whom had two shirts and zero Credentials only added more fuel. They stitched clips of Chrisean's lifestyle choices with dramatic music, narrating her spending like they were narrating a nature documentary on reckless species. And here we see the celebrity in her natural habitat, purchasing iced-out jewelry while ignoring the predators known as invoices, one creator said, sending comment sections into hysterics. These self-appointed accountants exaggerated the situation even further, turning it into a circus of chaotic storytelling that blurred the line between genuine concern and comedic mockery. But it worked, because the internet thrives on over-the-top storytellers who talk with the confidence of professionals while having the accuracy of weather predictions as the theories. Memes and emotional takes piled up. People gradually started questioning the long-term consequences for Chrisean's career. Would brands distance themselves? Would Zeus lock her out of future deals? Would she somehow flip all this disaster into a PR victory? These questions circled everywhere like vultures eyeing potential leftovers. Some optimists claimed she'd bounce back stronger than ever because chaos seemed to fuel her public persona instead of destroy it. Others argued the scandal might finally expose the darker side of celebrity contracts, dragging Zeus into the spotlight as much as Chrisean. But regardless of which narrative people chose, everyone agreed the aftermath would reshape her image for years. The GoFundMe angle grew even more intense when fans noticed the donation numbers fluctuating in strange ways. Some accused bots of inflating digits. Others swore they saw big donations vanish moments later. The confusion only deepened, and the lack of clarity turned the fundraiser into a mystery subplot that rivaled the main scandal itself. Comment sections filled with jokes like, "Even the GoFund is stressed, and this fundraiser has more plot twists than Game of Thrones." People kept refreshing the page like they were waiting for stock market spikes. Even though they weren't investors, they were chaos spectators addicted to the adrenaline of uncertainty. Meanwhile, videos of concerned fans flooded timelines, expressing genuine fear for JR's well-being in the midst of the drama. Many pointed out that the child was getting dragged into a situation he had no control over, fueling discussions about celebrity parenting and the dangers of living so publicly. Others countered that Chrisean had proven her devotion repeatedly, arguing that the fundraiser was simply a mother asking for community support. The divide grew so wide that even people who never cared about celebrity discourse found themselves invested. Because JR's innocence pulled the conversation into more serious emotional territory. Then came the biggest shock of all: rumors that Zeus executives were preparing a public statement. The internet entered DEFCON 3, unsure whether the network would double down, deny everything, or release more fuel for the fire. Blogs speculated timelines, PR experts predicted corporate strategies, and fans jokingly suggested Zeus might charge a subscription fee for the statement. The anticipation grew unbearable, but when the moment finally arrived, the statement said absolutely nothing useful. It was vague, PR filtered, and written in the driest corporate tone imaginable. Fans roasted it instantly, calling it the most anticlimactic plot twist since the last season of Lost. But the real turning point came when Chrisean finally broke her silence. Her response, delivered through social media, was equal parts defiant, emotional, and unapologetically chaotic. She denied some claims, dismissed others, and doubled down on her dedication to Junior. Her tone made it clear she wasn't backing down from anyone, not Zeus. Not the critics, not the spectators rooting for her downfall. The post went viral instantly, collecting more comments than a celebrity breakup announcement. Some called her brave. Others said she was delusional. But everyone admitted the moment was powerful because it reminded the world exactly why she remained such a magnetic figure even in disaster. Her response didn't end the drama, it transformed it. Suddenly, the narrative shifted from Chrisean is drowning in chaos to Chrisean refuses to sink. Supporters rallied behind her, turning her name into a symbol of resilience. Critics continued attacking, claiming she was deflecting instead of taking accountability. And the remaining viewers, those silent, popcorn-munching spectators, kept refreshing their screens because this roller coaster showed no signs of stopping. It was a messy, emotional, unpredictable saga that captured every corner of the internet's attention in a way only Chrisean Rock could. And just when the fire seemed to settle, another spark erupted. Zeus unfollowed Chrisean on social media. That small digital action felt like an earthquake. Fans immediately interpreted it as a declaration of war. Hundreds of posts appeared within minutes, all screaming the question, "What does this mean?" Some speculated a lawsuit was coming. Others believed Zeus was cutting ties completely. It was absurd how much power a simple unfollow carried. But this scandal had already proven that every tiny detail mattered when the internet was watching. The consequences spread quickly. Brand pages quietly removed old collaborations. Podcast hosts put out feelers to interview her. Fan pages took sides like they were choosing teams in a battlefield. And in the middle of it all stood Chrisean Loud, unpredictable, fearless, and painfully human. Whether she was the victim, the villain, or the chaotic queen of self-inflicted storms depended entirely on who you ask. But one truth was clear: nobody could look away. The scandal had become a cultural moment, the kind people would reference months later with lines like, "Remember when Chrisean had the whole internet fighting over $1 million debt?" And just when the dust appeared ready to settle, the most dramatic realization hit the timeline. This wasn't the end at all. It was merely the opening chapter of a saga preparing to evolve, twist, and explode again. New information would eventually surface. New reactions would ignite arguments. New receipts reel or fake would leak. Chrisean's next move, whatever it was, would either calm the storm or spark a new wildfire. And everyone watching knew, deep down, that the chaos wasn't going anywhere anytime soon. At this point, if you're still here, your brain is probably doing backflips trying to process the chaos you just witnessed. And honestly, same. This entire saga went from Chrisean might be broke to Zeus CEO drops $1 million bomb to GoFundMe for Junior faster than most people can locate the socks they lost in the laundry. But that's exactly why you're watching this channel, because we don't just deliver news, we deliver emotional roller coasters that make regular gossip look like kindergarten story time. And trust me, this circus isn't packing up its tent anytime soon. So you might as well stay strapped in. If you enjoyed this wild ride, go ahead and smash that like button like it owes you rent money. Because the algorithm loves violence and enthusiasm. Drop a comment below telling me what you think. Is Chrisean a misunderstood warrior fighting corporate chaos? Is Zeus playing supervillain for profit? Or is this entire saga just the world's messiest group project with no strategy and no supervisor? I want to see your theories, your jokes, your conspiracies. Give me all of it. Raw and unfiltered like Chrisean's Instagram live sessions. And listen, if you're not subscribed yet, what are you even doing? Hit that subscribe button like Chrisean hits a storyline and turn on the notifications so you don't miss the next scandal. Because around here, we break stories faster than Zeus leaks receipts. Tomorrow's drama is already kicking, and this channel is first in line to serve it steaming hot with a side of sarcasm. Don't be that person who hears the tea last. Be early, be loud, and be chaotic with us. You've just been watching Fame Flaws, where the scandals never sleep and neither do we. Stay tuned because the next eruption is already rumbling.